Hello, Taurus. Welcome to your reading for January 19th to the 31st. This is for Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Oh, we're gonna jump right. We're doing the whole month, okay? You look amazing today, Taurus, as always. Now, go grab a bag of chips, get a Sprite, Diet Coke, Zima, doesn't matter. We gotta talk. We gotta talk. If you saw your January forecast, you know that the last half of January, it comes with a disclaimer. All right? It's animated. It can be overwhelming. Welcome to Bonkersville. It's a truly pivotal moment on your spiritual journey. All right? You're going to have alignments we've never had in our lifetime. So, there's also many things that will be happening the last 2 weeks of January that I really have to make sure that you understand what's happening, okay? And usually I note the best aspects of the time frame, of the week, of the month, but you see there are no challenging aspects for the last 2 weeks of the month, planetary wise, right? And of course there's a lot more on the back. No challenging ones, but there are definitely potent ones, okay? So it's a matter of how you use them. So we are at a moment in time that the energy is like a crescendo. Aspects just get mightier and louder, meaning you are going to feel a lot more worked up and motivated, like you're on a dance floor at a bar mitzvah, okay? The DJ's playing that rave music. It's building. Like you've kicked off your heels already. You're waiting for the bass to drop. Okay, that's how you're going to feel right now, especially the first week. You're going to feel it in your gut. Something's building. Okay, you know it. You feel it. You know your life is on the brink of dramatic change, especially on Monday, January 19th, which I am calling the flashpoint. Now, since I dropped these forecasts actually days before the week begins, happy Martin Luther King Day. If you're in the U.S., happy long holiday weekend. But here's the other thing. Don't forget, Sunday, the 18th, the day before, we have that gigantic new moon in Capricorn. So that energy is cast strongly over this week, and that is your ninth house, where it's your worldview, it's your perspective on things, your philosophies. You've been working with this energy for 4 weeks now. Yeah? And so you've been broadening your horizons. A lot of y'all may have gone back to school, may have thought about going back to school. Maybe you wanted to learn something new. Maybe you are teaching. Maybe you have a classroom of students and you're changing your curriculum. Whatever it is, you're putting it out there, okay? And in the process, you're imparting wisdom. You're also traveling. This is your ninth house. Yeah, a lot of y'all had legal matters too, didn't you? Yeah, things that you had to sign things. There was paperwork. Also, some of y'all been writing books. Ninth house is publishing, but it's spirituality. At the end of the day, again, inner wisdom, right? So, here's the thing. That was a Saturn ruled new moon. And Saturn is life lessons. Saturn is karma. You still got Mars in Capricorn. Yeah? All right? Remember, Saturn's Capricorn's ruler. So, yeah, the moon is waxing. There's some things forming. There's something building. So, please plant seeds, set bold intentions, put wheels in motions for new beginnings. Literally, new beginnings with a new season. We enter Aquarius season on the 19th. You will feel a great shift, Taurus. Now, Capricorn energy, because you're still going to be feeling it, yeah? It's very mature. It's very grounded. It's old bones. It's old soul. It's traditions. Aquarius is forward thinking. It's innovative. It's rebellious. It's the future. Capricorn says, oh, we're going to do things the way things were. We're going to follow the rules. And Aquarius says, F that. Nope, not today. We're going to change the system. We're going to disrupt. So at this juncture on the Monday, moving into the last 2 weeks of January, you are starting to see the old world crumble, okay? You are starting to become this new you, adapting to the new era. If Capricorn is boomer energy, Aquarius is Gen Z, right? But they're both Saturn ruled. Yeah, Saturn is reality. All right, so you do have the best of both worlds, just grounding you. So this day on Monday, yeah, it is going to be that exact moment. As soon as you move into Aquarius season, oh, that's going to be when you are on the dance floor at the bar mitzvah, when the bass drops and all that Aquarius energy. Yeah, you already got Venus in Aquarius. All that Aquarius energy is going to run through your bloodstream. You're going to feel a rush of endorphins because you see, at this point, you are going to see all the hard work pay off, okay, that you put into the past month. And your focus is now going to shift on progress and liberation and your future. You're going to be doing you for the greater good. Aquarius rules humanity, the collective. So this is for the next 4 weeks, but you're going to do this in a work capacity because Aquarius rules your 10th house, which is career. And if you're not here for career, it doesn't matter. It's your reputation. It's what you want to be recognized for, what you want to be known for. It's very public facing. 10th house is ambition and achievements as well. And so you are going to feel that fire in the belly. It's going to be a big thing, okay? Especially the end of January. Well, we'll get to it, okay? But you got this rare lineup. And just so you know, did you see your annual forecast, Taurus? How big of a game-changing year 2026 is? Some of the greatest change of all of 2026 you're going to have already. You're going to have at the end of January, okay? Because you are going to become the change. You are going to dare to think different. This is Aquarius season, yeah? And so remember, we got a 5-planet conjunction. We will talk about it, all right? But this stack of aspects on Monday, not only will we never have it again in our lifetime, we already had that minor grand trine on Sunday with a new moon. On Monday, we got another. So we got back-to-back mini grand trines. And they're these bursts of potential. And yes, you are going to be among the most affected because you see Uranus is at play here. Uranus is in your sign. You got an exalted Mars still in Capricorn that's going to sextile Saturn in Pisces. Saturn, look at this. So Mars is going to sextile Saturn in Pisces, right? Saturn is going to sextile Uranus in your sign, and Mars is going to trine Uranus in your sign. There's your pyramid. There's your mini grand trine, all at 27 degrees exact. This is harmonics. This is sacred geometry. I always say coincidence is a wink from the universe. There you go. No, there's something bigger than what we could ever perceive that's happening right now. Saturn, both the ruler of Capricorn and Aquarius, being at the apex. So there is this level of authority here because and plenty of opportunity and breakthroughs for you, not only with these two sextiles, but it's Saturn in Pisces that rules your 11th house of your future hopes and aspirations and goals. So what are the chances for you, Taurus? This is absolutely amazing. Out of all the signs, your life is going to change in ways that you had never seen, okay? And so the fact that you've got Uranus, the planet of change, Aquarius's modern ruler, Aquarius has two rulers, Saturn and Uranus, okay? The fact that you have Uranus in your sign, and this is the end of it. Remember, this is until April. Then Uranus leaves your sign after being there for 8 years. When I say this is one heck of a new beginning, you got the ramp up of the new moon with a last of its kind mini grand trine and never experienced 5-planet conjunction in Aquarius soon to come. But still, just on this day alone, what's happening? Come on the 19th, 1 + 9 = 10. We know that's a 1. New beginning. So please do not weekend at Bernie's this day. All right? Be present in the moment. See what happens and take action, fully commit to your future self. Because you've got Mars sextile Saturn. That happens every 2 years, okay? This is rare. As you've got the two malefic planets. They rarely work this harmoniously, but they've rolled up their sleeves for you. This is insane. You got Saturn in your 11th, and remember, this is going to be the end of Saturn in Pisces. Saturn's leaving, moving into Aries. Take advantage of that's going to happen next month. Take advantage of this. That's your 11th house of your future hopes and wishes and long-term goals and dreams, but also your social network, your support system. You are going to be having a lot of really great moments, bonding with people, connecting with others. This is endurance and willpower. As being more proactive than you've ever been for your long-term goals. It's your grit at its highest frequency. At the same time, Mars is going to trine Uranus and your sign. Stop. Shut the front door. This happens once a year. So again, very rare happening as part of this trine. This is a wake-up call. It's Uranus. This is when you're going to feel very driven for dramatic change. It's Uranus in your sign as part of a mini grand trine. That's a lot of energy that you're working with already at the same time of a new moon as well. But then lastly, you got Saturn sextile Uranus in your sign. Listen, the last time we had this was the mid 1990s, okay? Yeah, you got mail. Hello, internet. This is father and son, by the way, Saturn and Uranus, and this is also Aquarius's two rulers, where you've got Uranus in your sign, sextiling Saturn, sextiles being windows of opportunity. There's going to be things that you had never thought you could ever achieve happening for you right now. You got to see this play out for the next 2 weeks. This is an aspect that supports your long-term goals and achievements and breakthroughs and your awakening and innovation and your sudden revolutionary yet sustainable growth and change that you choose to create for your ambitions and your dreams and these new systems that you're initiating and implementing into your life. And yes, this is a mini grand trine. This is 3 areas of your life impacted, not 2, 3, okay? And remember, Saturn is reality checks, but commitments too. So you are steering your own ship here. And as I said, we're never going to have this again. It's never going to happen again. Uranus is leaving your sign, right? This is it. It's late degree, 27 degrees. Moves into Gemini for the next, 7, 8 years. Then come back into your sign for 84 years. So please use this. Thank you. All right. Mars and Capricorn. Yeah, that's still very grounding. You're about to enter a period of overstimulation and urgency and the world moving fast around you and possible burnout. So use this aspect. Capricorn is your BFF, fellow earth sign. Ground yourself and have full self-awareness, because there's going to be a lot happening, especially the same day your ruler Venus conjuncting Pluto in Aquarius at 3 degrees. So, wow, this is stimulation. This is electric. This is magnetic. This is you feeling a willingness to change everything. Yeah, Pluto is transformation. Yeah, Pluto is regeneration. Pluto's entered the building. Oh, just wait till we get to the back. But you are going to have intense feelings and depth with love and money and love and marriage and partnerships, power, your values, investments. It's an Aquarius who'll be thinking outside the box. But remember, Pluto natively rules your 7th. All right, so there is something here: contracts, agreements, with love, with marriage, with money. It's a big thing here. Circle this day, please. Circle this day. This day, Monday. Oh, it deserves its own Netflix series. And even though we're just days away from the 5-planet conjunction in Aquarius, you already got a stellium here with the sun. You got Venus, you got Pluto, and you got the moon all in Aquarius. Let's see how fast we can do this. So I'm gonna grab my dog I'm gonna still talk to you because Tuesday, January 20th, is when we've got that other thing. We have another aspect. It has to do with astrology, but yeah, there it is. So Tuesday, January 20th, thank you for your patience. You got Mercury moving into Aquarius. So that is just very original, authentic, intelligent, forward thinking, being ahead of the curve. You got the planet of the mind in the sign of the future. This is cerebral. You see things that no one does. This is all, and by the way, with Venus conjunct Pluto and now Mercury moving into Aquarius, all in Aquarius. So, career, fame, your reputation, achievements, honors, social status, leadership, ambition, all of that. That's where the energy is. Then Mercury is considered exalted in Aquarius. It's going to be here for the entire month. And so you have a five planet stellium in Aquarius. You're going to feel really charged up about your future again. Aquarius rules the future, but also freedom and rebellion and the greater good. This is statement making. Yeah, Mercury in Aquarius. It's Ethan Hawke in Dead Poets Society standing on his desk at the end of the movie saying, "Oh, Captain, my Captain." And this is not a typical Mercury in Aquarius ingress. No, because Wednesday, January 21st, you got a Mercury Cazimi. You got the Sun conjunct Mercury, 2 degrees. So this intelligent mind of yours is getting a rebirth, reborn, an upgrade. This is epiphanies. These are your wake-up calls that you're having just in time for Thursday, January 22nd. I gotta turn this, we're gonna turn this over. Say hi to Ruby. Ruby, hello. Ruby, I'm okay. Can I put you down? Okay. So, yeah, Ruby's still in physical therapy. Thank you. She's still she's got a couple more weeks, couple more months actually. But look at Thursday. All right, Taurus, you got January 22nd, Mercury conjunct Pluto, 3 degrees. You got a triple conjunction. You got Venus conjunct Pluto, Mercury conjunct Pluto. You got the Mercury Cazimi. Come on, the Sun conjunct Mercury. Buckle up, please. All right? You are no longer driving in comfort mode or echo mode or whatever it is. And here's the thing. It doesn't matter if you're 20. It doesn't matter if you're 70. All right? Look at what's happening. Things are about to get real. All right? This is forward momentum like you've never seen before. Like you've never seen. Okay? And it's not about whether you go slow or fast. It's how you navigate. Remember, this is all in your hands. And the rest of the month, you do have an advantage. This day with Mercury conjunct Pluto, that's just, you see everything in your blind spots. You got Queen's Gambit level thinking here with Mercury, right? Merging his energies with a planet, Pluto, that digs deep, that excavates, that investigates. Remember, he's the ruler of the underworld. So this can be deeply psychological, forensic, probing. Remember, secrets, truths coming to the surface. This is you being honest with yourself, especially career, how you want to be perceived, your reputation, but also relationships, also agreements, also love, also marriage. Yeah, this requires the deepest level of self-love, because this day you may have intense conversations or even thoughts, but you're gonna have crystal clear clarity and confidence. And it's very likely that words are gonna be exchanged, okay? With your boss, with colleagues, with your business partner, your investor, your lover, all of that, okay? Truths revealed. All right, this is disclosure. And you're gonna see this. Remember, Aquarius is humanity. All right, so it's a time to be diplomatic, but Aquarius is also the rebel and does its own thing. So be very mindful. This is very potent, okay? This is when words become like sticks and stones. All right, be responsive, not reactive. Remember, everything is energy, vibration, frequency. Your thoughts, the words that you speak, the inflection of your voice. So be mindful here, be self-aware, be in the moment. Your future self is watching you. What reality do you want to create for your future self? Because it's happening conveniently at the same time that, well, Mars will sextile Neptune. I'm going to talk about that later. Mercury sextile Neptune too, but Friday, January 23rd, here it is. You have a Sun conjuncting Pluto at 3 degrees. Yeah? You know 3 is creation, by the way. I did class on Great Awakener with the intuition class, 7th sense. We talked, of course I brought up Nikola Tesla. He was obsessed with 3, 6, 9. Anyway, you got a Pluto Cazimi on Friday, January 23rd. You got the planet of death and rebirth having its own death and rebirth. This is penetrating. This is commanding. It's the sun. The life force is the reason 8 billion people on this planet is alive, merging, right? The sun merging its energy with the planet of transformation that's in the sign of the 8 billion people on this planet. So when I said in your annual forecast that you're going to be adapting to change happening around you, this is when you inevitably become part of that change. So this is when you ask, what is best for me? How will I be the best version of myself? What do I need? What are the tools that I require? This is in your 10th house. A lot of this is, again, public facing. It's how you want to be seen, how you want to be perceived. This is a lot that has to do with your career. And even though Aquarius rules humanity, this is still on an individual level, all right? Like I said, seeing any blind spots on your path to enlightenment, what makes you authentically you, because like I said in your January forecast, this is all about the truth. Your truth, standing for truth. If you can handle the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. And yes, this does mean being honest with yourself, okay? Not playing games with yourself, all right? This is the day where forces beyond our control may push you to face anything that you've been avoiding, all right? The sun is like a flashlight, all right? And that's in Aquarius. And remember, Aquarius is freedom. This is great. This is so you can be your authentic self. And this is visibility. This is empowerment. This is the cracking of the egg for your death and rebirth, your identity reset, the new, stronger you for the new world, the new reality, the new timeline that you're creating. And by the way, the secret of change is to focus all your energy not on fighting the old, but on building the new. Thank you, Socrates. And wow, the boost that you're going to get with Mars moving into Aquarius at 0 degrees, of course, where pure potential exists. Here's your 5 planet conjunction in Aquarius. You got Mars, Pluto, the Sun, Mercury, and Venus between 0 to 7 degrees in your 10th house of career and fame. A lot of you are about to become famous. Taurus. These are those early degrees of new beginnings. And again, you've never in our lifetime have we experienced this. Remember, Pluto is freshly new in Aquarius for the first time in 250 years. This is this cosmic symphony that's happening with everything else that's already happened. But remember, this happened, so 2 years ago, we had Mars in Aquarius. Yeah, that's the last time. Around the first 2 weeks of February 2024, Pluto happened to just be in Aquarius, just peeked in for a little bit. Yeah? What happened around that time for you? You might have little Easter eggs, little clues, but this is just a very different time. You got 5 planets here with a reborn Pluto. Oh, this is a seismic shift. Now with the planet of action and determination in the sign of the future and freedom and individuality. and fame for you and career. You're not going to want change. You're going to demand it. This is the Pluto Kazemi. You're going to fight for it, especially with the moon. Yeah. It's going to be very bright. No, it's going to be moving into Aries. Yeah. And so there's your pioneering spirit. There's this big emotional initiation that you're going to have, and you are really going to be going deep, and there's going to be things happening behind the scenes for you. And this is even just it's the moon. The moon is the subconscious. That's going to be in Aries. That rules your 12th house of the subconscious. Things are going to be coming up for you, all right? You're done with the small things. This is big boy pants, all right? But this is also a lot of energy, okay? It's like a circuit breaker. Your mind, your body, your spirit. So please do some stretching, do some breath work, do some gardening, weed whacking, do some mime, whatever you need to do. But most of all, it's Pluto. Be honest with yourself about the changes that you need for your new era, because this is change that's not negotiable. You're gonna experience circumstances where you're gonna have to be the snake shedding its skin, the phoenix rising from the ashes. Pluto is in the building. And this is big, okay? This big. You got Mars here until March 1st. Yeah, don't worry. I got you. I got you every week. I got you every week. But it is this week you will be extremely sure of what's truly meaningful for you and your movement forward and your future. Because Mercury did sextile Neptune, and actually Thursday, January 22nd, Mars is sextiling Neptune in Pisces, all right? Both at 29 degrees. And so I wanted to group them together. We need to group them together, right? And the days that I just mentioned, remember, those are just the peaks of the aspects. These are strong. It's 20 is a critical degree. The anoretic degree, you're going to feel this the entire week. And Mercury sextiling Neptune in Pisces in your 11th house of your future. Yeah? Neptune being vision, right? Your vision in the sign of the visionary. You and only you, Taurus, okay? Mercury says, I have a vision of what I'm meant to be. And Mars, sextiling Neptune, Mars is the action that you take for it. This is when you're going to be pursuing your ideals, your vision. He'll help you implement them. And like I said, they're both at 29 degrees. That's like a graduation. But 29 degrees Pisces, okay? That's the last degree in the last sign of the zodiac. This is truly an end of an era, end of a cycle. This is a major rebirth. This is Piscean energy. So this is all about your future. This is all about your hopes and your dreams and your aspirations and your support system and your squad and your friendships and groups you belong to. Even social media is thrown in there. This is healing. Pisces energy is healing. It's spiritual detox. It's emotional purging as well. This is you engaging with your chi, your prana, your kundalini, flow state, hemisync, connecting with the ether. You doing the peace sign and a selfie. Yeah, Neptune rules photography. So truly the end of an era for your new one. All right. Now Saturday, January 24th, you got Juno with the nodes of fate. All right. I don't even know if I wrote that on the whiteboard, but Juno is still in Capricorn, trining the North Node in Pisces and the South Node in Virgo. And so, hello, huge moment. Juno, the divine feminine, symbol of equality, the balance of power in relationships. She's Jupiter's wife. This is a big deal. She's negotiating with the nodes of fate about your future. And she's in your 9th house. And that's a big deal. Because remember what I said, the courts, the law, legal matters. There may be something here fated for you That's amazing. All right. Now, this is a nodal axis. Now, Monday, January 26th, for the first time since 1861, Neptune officially moves into Aries, 0 degrees. Yeah? You had a preview of this. Over 2025, March 30th to October 22nd. So think about that time. What happened for you when it came to leadership and new ventures and even your spiritual journey? That's your 12th house. Yeah, get comfortable with this. You're going to have this until 2039. Neptune is here for good in its, permanent station. So again, this is your 12th house. It's Neptune's home, which makes it a big deal for you. Neptune rules the 12th. And so this is spirituality. It is healing. It's rest and retreat. It's hidden matters. It's you becoming a lot more psychic. This is the true initiation of your fighting spirit, right? Channeling your inner visionary, artist, leader, spiritual warrior, transcendent hero, all of that. All right? So I did a video on Neptune and Aries and what you can expect with Neptune and Aries for the next 14 years for you, Taurus. I'll leave it at the end of this video. We got 14 years to talk about this. We're good, all right? But just start creating your new mantras now with all this Plutonian energy, okay? You will need to see the forest for the trees. Yeah? There's going to be a lot happening here. By the way, the moon's going to be in your sign too. That's why I really want you to pay attention to this day. Circle it. Take out your Apple pens. Whatever you need, circle this, okay? The moon's exalted in your sign. We got a first quarter moon on this day. So, you are going to get things done. The moon actually will sextile Jupiter in Cancer. How about that? How amazing is that? All right? Oh, yeah. Right after Juno meets with the nodes, a lot of y'all may actually be thinking about changing something really big. Especially because the moon is actually going to square Venus, your ruler, in Aquarius. We'll talk about it. Well, we won't because I'm doing February after this. But what does that mean for you? Just really, really know what you want for your future, okay? This is going to be like a checkpoint with your values or your relationships, you adapting to, again, the world around you. Yeah? You're in the year of the fire horse. You're in a 1 year, the Great Awakening. Okay, you've tipped over into your brand new era and there's no going back. Remember, out with the old, in with the new. But also, 18 days from now, Saturn moves into Aries, meaning they'll be conjunct all the way up to February 20th, the day of their perfection in 0 degrees in Aries, the Great Reset, the Aries vortex. We'll talk about it. I already did. I'll leave that video too. Saturn conjunct Neptune, what you can expect for the next 2 years of your life. Taurus, I'll leave that at the end of this video. But Tuesday, January 27th, before you get to the Great Awakening or the Great Reset, you got the Great Disruptor with Mars conjuncting Pluto. So you've got this tag team, yeah? The two most powerful planets. They meet up every 2 years in this conjunction. And this is powerful. This is deep, raw power in the most rebellious sign of Aquarius. All right? It's a particle accelerator. It's an amplifier. It's a twisted sister song. Yeah, you know that one. This is a day that, there's no way someone steals your lunch money today. This is a rush of empowerment and adrenaline and willpower. Desire for all your passions, your transformation, your evolution. Physically, emotionally, sexually, mentally, spiritually, all of it. All of the above. Again, especially with the way that you want to be seen. Your reputation, your career, but also your relationships, partnerships. It can be just personal relationships, love, business, contracts too. This is great. This is so great, but it is potent and it can be extreme. Okay, Mars is like a laser. He's like a spear. He can be very long hair, don't care. All right, this is cutting cords. It's power struggles. It's the spider bite that you get to become that superhero. Yeah? Or maybe you've seen The Boys on Amazon. All right? So I go either way. It's, you know what it is? It's the feeling of having nothing to having everything all of a sudden. Okay? So channel this energy with precision. Handle it with care. Remember, you're on a karmic journey. Everything you do, everything you say, they have ripple effects. So go with the flow with the go, see how things go, because this isn't standalone. It's part of the 5-planet conjunction, which is 5 times the energy that you will feel this week. And we know energy needs to be discharged. So use this aspect. Don't let it use you. Own it. Because this is that kind of moment when you could take someone's mic and you could say, I'm gonna let you talk, but yeah. Or you could just use it for the greater good. But again, you're gonna have enormous change. All right? Remember, these conjunctions, some of them kicking off big new cycles for you. Yeah, big ones. And there's likely going to be money talks on the table, especially you, because the day of this conjunction with Mars and Pluto, the moon will be in Gemini. All right? So, 2 things. A, that is stimulating the moon in Gemini. You're going to be very communicative. Yeah? And remember, Gemini rules your second of money, of finances, of income. All right? Your earning potential. Do you see how this is lining up with everything that's happening with career for you? But also Gemini energy. Gemini rules the nervous system. So this is also really restless energy on the day of a powerful aspect. Yeah? So, January 28th, by the way, not even on the whiteboard. You know this is going to be the most colossal, monumental, is this real life day in history? Yes, it is my birthday, along with Jackson Pollock and Nick Carter. So, this is my little message for you. Thank you for all your support, all your kindness. I love doing this for you. I hope that you see that. This brings me so much joy. So thank you. I wouldn't be here without you. And if you do watch my live streams, right, the current energies, all of that, you may know that the past few months have been a lot. Yeah. So I did experience a lot of trauma and grief and blackouts and physical therapy, and my dog as well, as you just witnessed, okay? And so, and many other indescribable circumstances due to the 1 in a trillion chance of 7 really challenging long-term aspects that were just converging over a 6-month period. And my chart, that brought a lot. Like, I've never been involved in a federal crime. Like, all of this, the universe is just so full of surprises. Yeah? Anyway, just the number of things that happened. I'm happy to report that half of those aspects have ended. Next week will be the last week of one more. So I am relieved. And I'm very excited. And things are really so much better now. So once again, thank you for your kindness and your support and your patience. All right. Now, the other thing, by the way, one last thing, Thursday, January 29th. So you see, by the way, how the last week of January is going to move the needle forward for you. Maybe in ways that you've never experienced. But January 29th, you will have Mercury conjunct Venus. This is fine. This is great. This is, small fry compared to the other conjunctions. These are inner planets. This happens, more often than the others. But this brings diplomacy after all that intensity. Okay? The moon will be in Cancer, squaring Neptune and Aries this day. So there still might be a little bit of confusion. There may be a little bit of like, what just happened? the past 2 weeks, okay? But just remember, either way, by the end of the month, this is like the point of no return. I told you, you're moving into a brand new era. You're officially in the Great Awakening. And so get excited. Get excited. All right. Now, if you are a cross watcher, if you watch for your rising or your moon or for your husband or for your piano teacher, it don't matter. Air signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius will definitely feel all those conjunctions that I just named, okay? All the ones with Pluto, every single conjunction that I talked about, right? The most. And I am throwing in the fire signs as well. If you have any planets 0 to 4 degrees in any of the air signs, get strapped in, yeah? Get strapped in. And then, yes, you're going to feel Monday really strongly. All right? So, let's get started. Let's see what is going on for you. Taurus, Ruby, come here. Sun, Moon, and Rising for January 19th to the 31st. We're going all in, Taurus. We're going all in. Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Okay. I got it. All right, thank you. Taurus, thanks so much. I do a traditional cult across spread, offers the best overview, and if we need to pull clarifiers, yeah, you know we will. You know I got you. I got you, Taurus. And then, this may be a big reading for you. You got that siren going by. Welcome to Brooklyn. Welcome to Brooklyn. We have a lot of fun here. Listen, let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, Taurus, you are gonna have it's gonna be that time. You're gonna have to. There's gonna be some big things happening here. Big things for you, but you're gonna be fine. You're gonna be good. You can see it here. All right. So, there's just something we got to talk about. You have the 7 of Pentacles. I'm not surprised. You've got a 5-planet conjunction happening in your 10th. You've got, but there's got to be changes. Yeah? What did I say? You've got to be the change. All right? 7 of Pentacles is actually your card. Okay? And so this is, what's he doing? Right? What's he doing? He's looking back. He's looking back. What did I say? The very first day, Monday the 19th, we move into Aquarius season, which is all about the future. You already have Venus in Aquarius at that point too. Remember, Venus is your ruler. And so there is that sense of, okay, I got that comfort here being in this sign that's all about independence and freedom and, my future hopes and wishes and dreams. So why are you looking back? You've got to make that change. Remember, there's going to be some change that you're going to have to make. And in order to make that change, you got to be honest with yourself. There's going to be some things that do come up. It's a strong last 2 weeks, but this is fine because at the same time, you could be at a point moving into the last 2 weeks of January, or like, all right, things are cool, I'm settled, things are good. I feel like I've worked hard to get to this point, and I feel like they're, gonna reap my rewards. But here's the thing. You have the 4 of Cups in the heart of your spread. I'm going to show you something. Do they have smiles on their faces? No. So something's got to change. Okay? Something's got to change. When you got the 4 of Cups, which is a card that's associated with apathy and is associated with boredom and not having enough or having so much that the finer thing, like things just slip through the cracks for you. This is a card where I say it's all about gratitude, having that gratitude for things that you do have in your life. All right, even if the things that you want haven't arrived yet. Keyword yet. Right? Still having gratitude, being grateful for the fact that you do have a roof over your head, that you do have your husband Mario to cook you, some tuna sandwiches when you need to. He puts them on the grill. You got Netflix. You got things. You have things. So it's having that great... The reason why is because it's still raising your frequency. Yeah? Remember, everything is energy. Everything. This is energy. Look at him crossing off his heart. Look at that. That's energy. You're putting off that energy. Not you, but he is. Anyway, this is just knowing that things can change. Yeah? This is also knowing that there are people out there who have nothing, right? So, raising your frequency. Yeah? This is also a little bit of like, maybe there's something that hasn't fulfilled you emotionally yet. But like I said, you're the one that's got to be the change. Here's the thing, you got the Emperor in your challenge area. Two things here. It's the Emperor, okay? So he is the ruler. This is mastery of self. This is, oh, you're going to feel a lot more of that energy when Saturn moves into Aries with Neptune, but you've got to have that confidence. You've got to feel powerful, okay? Remember, you have a lot of potent energies and aspects you can work with, you can mold, you can use. So, again, do not weekend at Bernie's the last 2 weeks of January. The second thing is, remember, there can be some, this is Pluto, yeah? There can be some power struggles, power trips, egos at play with a father figure, teacher, boss, the authority. The Emperor is the authority. So maybe you're not getting something because someone might be in the way, right? And so A, never let anyone take away your power, but B, be the change that you need to be, right? That you want to see. Because everything else is good to go. You got the Three of Wands. This is the green light card. It's in your crown. It's saying, yeah, I'm ready. I'm exploring. I've gone through my, Capricorn season. It did expand my mind. I've broadened my horizons. I'm ready to go see people, meet people, see things, start new things. I'm excited about that. All right? Remember what I say about the number 3. It's creation. 3 is also like creativity, right? But where does that come from? It comes from the root create, right? 3 is also advancement. It's growth. It's you just really just moving in this sense of development. Yeah, self-development as well. But you also got the Lovers and the root of your spread. Like I said, you're going to have a lot of partnership stuff. You're going to have partnerships, relationships. Pluto is the ruler of Scorpio. It's Scorpio's ruler. And so Pluto, therefore, has a lot to do with deepening relationships, building relationships. It can be love. It can be career. Whatever it is, there is something here that will fulfill you emotionally if someone else is involved. Yeah. And it even can be, what did I say? Like self-love, right? And so that can make all the change. Okay? So keep that in mind. There is this just, with the Lovers, you have this archangel. You have Archangel Raphael gifting you all this love. So at the end of the day, it's your choice. Remember, we do have the power to choose. Choosing which direction you want to move in. Even if you say, no, like I tried this or I tried that. No, you still have a lot more shots, right? So it's a lot of it's like not giving up either. But there is someone you need to have a conversation with, okay? Now, you're going to be fine. You have the 3 of Cups, yeah, in your future. So this is when you have your moment, when you have this sense of gratitude for the people in your life, for the things in your life, the things that you already have that raises your frequency. And then you know how the law of attraction works. We don't. Come on, we don't need to talk about that. But you're good. You're fine. You're going to be great. This is a card of celebration. This is a card of rejoicing. This is a card of bonding with other people. And this is a 3. Okay? So there's something new coming. It's in your future. something ending, something beginning. This is the end of a harvest, the celebration of a new harvest, but there's people involved here. And like I said, the majority of everything that's happening is in your 10th house, but then you've got the North Node, you have Saturn, you have Neptune, all in your 11th, okay? Which is groups, it's the people that you connect with, it's your squad, your friendships. But the fact that you've got 5 planets in Aquarius that natively rules the 11th, it just feels like there is something to celebrate, especially with career or achievements, or maybe even milestones or something new. Maybe a new cycle that has a very different feel to it or a vibe to it. It's all about the new. Let's get to your stuff. Taurus, y'all, this if you like this reading, it'd be great if you like, subscribe, share, hype, leave comments. There's so many. So speaking of choices, wow. But I really do want to hear from you. There's a lot happening. Your life is going to change in ways that you never thought you could. And you know I love y'all. All right, let's see what yeah, you're good. Don't just you okay, sure. All right, you're good. You're good. There you go. There's your joy. There's your happiness. There's everything that you've been seeking. Everything that you've been seeking. This is happy everything. This is a 10 of Cups. Yeah? How funny, right? This card is attributed to, it's actually Mars and Pisces, but it's a Pisces card where you have what I just said, the North Node, right? You have Saturn, you have Neptune, all of it there in your 11th house of your future hopes and dreams. And you see the happy couple, the happy family, the happy kids dancing. They're just in this state of joy. It's just when you're in that moment, when you have that sense of losing your sense of time and everything, it's just, you're in that moment. It's nirvanic. It's like you don't even know what the state of happiness and joy and elation is, because you're in it so deeply. You're immersed in it. So I love this for you, and just keep moving in that direction. Let that inspire you. What are your visions for your future? Because you got the star in your external factors area, the star attributed to Aquarius. And this is everything. This is, yeah, the star is aligning for you in your external factors area. You got, this is the card of your future hopes and wishes and dreams, but this is more, it's deeper than that. It's healing, it's wisdom, it's that inner wisdom, it's knowledge, it's, you know, it's that freedom that I talked about. You see the water bearer here, not wearing anything. Freeness, being able to express yourself, your authentic self, for everything to grow in your garden, in her garden, well, in your world. And so the fact that you've got that with that 3 of Cups, yeah, there's some major growth that you can expect. It's something that you started, but you've got to move forward. Yeah, that 8 of Pentacles, that's great. That's great. Stick with it. Stick with it. What you do, right? What you want to do, where you want to put your energy, your heart, your soul, your blood, your sweat, your tears, all of that. All right. This is conviction. This is someone who will be successful and heavily associated with money, right? And career. It's the 8 of Pentacles. And he will be successful because he is diligent and he is committed and he's in it to win it. All right. So there's a big difference between the 7 of Pentacles and the 8 of Pentacles. And then, yeah, the High Priestess in your final outcome. You are moving, when you've got Neptune moving into Aries in your 12th, Saturn moving into Aries in your 12th, this is just a little bit of a, what is it, foreshadow of what's to come. That's your 12th house. That is intuition. It's, like I said, spirituality. It's everything that the High Priestess stands for. It's your subconscious, and she is the guardian of the subconscious, so you're allowed to go deep. You can go as deep as you want. She's saying, hey, I got you, I'm protecting you, Anything that you need to unroot, this is your time. Everyone is meant to become these new versions of themselves. All right? This year that's starting now in January in a really big way. So this is really great. You're good. You're really, really good. And this is you being in touch with your emotions and your feelings. And again, connecting with your intuition on ways that you never have. I always say, when you're connecting with your intuition, because everybody has intuition, what makes the difference is tapping into it, really working with it. Then you become bulletproof. You become invincible. You don't doubt. You have no like self-doubt or worry or stress. You're tapped in. You know everything will work out the way that's meant to work out for you. So you're good. You don't even need any clarifiers. Anyway, Taurus, you got a lot to celebrate. Just, all right, with that Four of Cups, just make sure that you just raise your frequency. Actually, wait, yeah, we'll clarify that. We'll look at that Four of Cups, see what's happening. Yeah, Eight of Swords, there's something here, okay? You see that, right? This we call the self-victim card, the Eight of Cups, or the Eight of Swords. And this is all about you. This is the other thing, by the way, with Neptune moving into Aries, that would be like the lower expression of the 12th house would be like self-sabotage and not facing your fears, things that she's doing, right? So you really want to be in that place where you're raising your frequency. And what was the other thing? Facing your truth, being honest with yourself about everything. You will be under the spotlight, right? Your own personal spotlight for yourself, like this big light that's on my face right now. But then you're going to be fine. And this is what it's saying here. The longer you go without doing any of that, without appreciating the things that you have, without having this moment of like, oh, I wish this would change, or hopefully this changes, without actually acting upon it, then the more that you're going to be just in your own little world, and it's going to be harder to come out. So have your moment, okay? Anything that you need to remember, it's that spiritual purging, that emotional purging you may be doing. I'll do one more for you, and then the King of Swords, which is, that's power. That's authority. That's, being very decisive. That's you cutting through any fog, making really bold announcements, statements, decisions, whatever. He's the authority. He's the king. He's the king of the land. And what are the chances the King of Swords is Aquarius? So you've got all this Aquarius energy. But that's also like, in a way, like your ascent into this position of power in your 10th house. You're good. And by the way, he's faced all his truths. He's the only one that looks, he's the only king that looks directly at you. He's got nothing to hide. You're good. Taurus, thanks so much. Next week we will get into February, and then the second spread, because the last 2 weeks of January feels like a month. It's that loaded and it's just that powerful. We will pull a lot. We'll look at everything. Okay. Career, love. All right. So really good legendary members. You know where to find the link. Anyone's welcome to join. And actually, this is that one time a year where I say, hey, become members. Join us in, anyway, I'm not really good at promoting myself. So, let's just say I just choose not to. But it is that one time a year that I do. Like, you've never asked me for you to become members. So that would be great. It really helps. It helps me continue. Or helps support me continue to do these videos. I think that I put a lot of time and effort into it, but again, I really enjoy doing it. By the way, Taurus, you're gonna have some changes at home. Some of y'all are moving, or maybe you already did. You're gonna have some changes at home, especially in February. All right, I'll talk about it next week, but Anyway, we'll see y'all. Thanks you so much, Taurus. I'll see you next week. All right. Bye-bye.